Today, I look out of my window in Saint-Aubin at the fleet preparing for its voyage to the fishing banks. It is a scene of such beauty that I never tire of it. Near to that headland stands the picturesque fort of Elizabeth Castle. Before I gave up the fishing business to retire to Jersey in 1802, I was to know every cove and indentation on the Gaspé coast. I can pick out several of our Robin vessels, destined for the Bay of Chaleur, Canada. Tuesday, June 2nd, 1767. Arrived this day in the road of Gaspé, having sailed in the snow. The Indian name of Gaspé had been used by the French before the conquest. Our usual program was to strip down the larger vessels and anchor them in the road, where they could dispense their salt cargo. Sunday, 7th of June, 1767. Sailed at sunrising from Tracadigues to Restigouche, where I saw several wigwams. The Indians come down every spring for the cod fishery. They fish in bark canoes and dry their fish on flakes, the same as we do. Friday, 8th of May, 1772. Launched the Sophia, but at 4 p.m. obliged to leave off landing salt. Monday, 12th of June, 1769. This morning hauled with our seine 1,800 cods. Sent the skiff to bait our shallops, washed about 40 quintals. Fine weather. Sunday, 15th of May, 1774. This morning a fine breeze of easterly wind. Sailed in the Neptune for Tracadigues. At 4 sailed for Restigouche. At 7 came to an anchor 4 leagues up the river. The larger vessels had to be cleaned out, washed thoroughly and smoked for rats. Friday, 27th of July, 1770. Our people cutting dunnage landed the Sophia this afternoon. On top of the brush, or as we call it, dunnage, we laid sheets of birch bark. This was called making the bed. It had to be skillfully done, so nothing would shift, for on this was laid the bulk fish. Beneath, we placed firewood, split for the voyage home. Our vessels would be sent to ports in Spain, Portugal, the Mediterranean, the West Indies, and in later years, Brazil. Tuesday, 25th of August, 1772. Fine weather, wind at northwest, shipped on board the Recovery. Return cargoes would be picked up before standing home to winter in Jersey. Vessels not completely filled at Gaspé sailed through the Gut for Arichat. There to load any cargo my brother John had, then to make for Jersey directly. Friday, 23rd of September, 1768. Employed this day in fitting out the Hope. Bound with the permission of God for Bilbao. Brazil more than exceeded my expectations. A country that differed in every essential from the ones I had been used to. A mug of tamarind tea still carries me back to those colourful days in Brazil. Wednesday, 22nd of August, 1770. Delivered to Captain Fainton rum for his voyage homewards. Friday, 6th of August, 1773. Close weather. Carried a new main topyard on board the Hope. Heaved out 2 piles, which we repacked in 1. Captain Hammond received sails from dealers, the rest piled in the stage to be shipped. This evening a man of war off Petit-Pespebiac, plying to windward. Somehow the problems and the continual challenge of the work as it grew intrigued me. I liked to pit myself against the elements in that life of hardihood. Time was when I never failed to be down on the quay when a signal for one of our vessels was raised. Now I am forced to watch from my bay window when one of our fleet rounds the point of Noirmont. Instead of anchoring below me, she will proceed across the bay to Saint-Hélier, for our harbour of Saint-Aubin has now fallen from favour.